Before I begin my formal speech, I want to acknowledge that we are on Lenape land, and I want to give honor to the people who first called this place home before there was a New York City and before there was a Yankee Stadium. I also want to pay honor to my ancestors who came from bondage to bring me the blessings that I'm now receiving today. Now, Chairman Berkeley, President Hamilton, faculty, staff, administrators, friends, family, my mom. Thank you so much, Mom, for everything you have done for me. And of course, to the NYU graduating class of 2018, we made it. We made it, yeah. My name is Christopher Hearn, and I am from the greatest city in the world, Columbus, Ohio. Yeah. I'm graduating today with a bachelor's in music business from the Steinhardt School. And I cannot explain how thankful I am to be addressing you all today. Over 17,000 graduates from over 18 schools here in New York City, and of course our campuses in Abu Dhabi and Shanghai. And I know that there's no way for me to condense all of our experiences at NYU into a single narrative, so instead, I will bring you my story and hope that it illuminates some kind of truth about this university and the transformative experiences that happen here. My mother brought me into this world when she was 16 years old. And now, on May 16, 2018, I have the honor of helping to bring all of us into the next phase of our lives. Yeah. But I know for a fact I wouldn't have made it here if it wasn't for the ones who helped me. I drew energy from my teachers, my mentors, from my OGs at the barbershop, and of course my best friends. And they all contributed to my life in so many different ways. But the one thing that they all had in common was that they advised me to stay in motion. And I took their advice, and that landed me here as an incoming student in fall of 2014 as a Martin Luther King Jr. Scholar. As great as all of that is, it took me about 1 month to realize that I was not good enough for this school. On my very first midterm, I received a C-. It was Intro to Microeconomics. I remember it like it was yesterday. I could go into a whole story about it, but of course, I had an existential crisis, which just happened to occur while I was on my way home on the NYU shuttle, and I realized I had two options. The first would be to go back to Columbus and start over. The second would be to stay here in New York City and try to make it work somehow. And as you can see, I chose the latter. Thank you. Now, during my time as a student at NYU, I've been able to serve as vice president for the Gentlemen of Quality, which is a mentorship and community service group for men of color. I was on staff at the Academic Achievement Program, which aims to give social and academic support to students of color. I also served as director of diversity and student government. And while I had success in all of these roles, honestly, I would be lying if I said that I felt ready for all of them when I started. Sometimes I didn't even feel ready for them after I finished. But no matter what, I resolved to stay in motion until I did. One of the main things that I've learned here is that in order to realize your potential, you have to act without always being fully sure. So often we are presented with these magnificent challenges and opportunities that cause us to freeze up, stop our motion, either because we feel ill-equipped or unprepared for the challenges. But the truth is this: the skills you need to rise to a challenge are not brought in with you. Actually, they are only developed when you set yourself in motion towards completing the task. And I suspect that at a certain point on all of our journeys, we have been tempted to stop. Whether it be because of academic struggles or family concerns or knowing that when you graduate, you're gonna lose access to your HBO Go account, and then how am I gonna watch season 3 of Insecure? But if you're here today, it's because you resolved to stay in motion, to keep going. Even the name of this event urges forward motion. This is a commencement ceremony. It's not a farewell. This is not a concluding celebration. This is a beginning. It's a start. It's a call to initiate motion. And I urge you all to treat it as such. And even if we don't notice, the most powerful forces in our world are communicating this exact same message. The blood moving through our veins does so continuously. If it stopped motion, we wouldn't be able to continue living. The ocean, it's never still, because the life above it and below it depend on its motion to sustain. Our planet never stops spinning on its axis because the days and the nights depend on its motion. So before I leave you today, I want you all to understand that this is not a focus on the journey and not the destination kind of speech. I am urging you to stay in motion because it is necessary for survival, and it is vital for any progress that we hope to see in the future. You can ask my people about that. So, to the NYU graduating class of 2018, I applaud you for making it this far. I encourage you to take time to reflect on what it took to get you here. But more than anything, I am urging you to stay in motion. Thank you, and congratulations.